Hello. Ah, microphone's working now. Okay. um, hopefully. Hopefully this is live. What is going on? Okay. Okay. I'm hoping this is live. Microphone seems to be working, so I'm kind of assuming that this is now live. Anyway, so today I am going to work on the Victorian house and also the stairs. If you've seen any of my previous videos, you'll have noticed that I haven't really worked on the stairs for a little while. I've had another couple of projects on the go. In fact, actually, what I did the other day was I actually why is it I can never find it when I want it? Got to be there somewhere. There it is. Okay, what I actually did was I created a little list, which I can hopefully show. So I'm going to just very briefly touch on this video that you're watching at the moment, which is sort of a video VFX that I did in Blender today, just playing around. I find Blender quite therapeutic, to just follow a tutorial on something completely out of my comfort zone, and I then learn extra things which I always find useful, and which is actually long-term beneficial, because sometimes the effect, or watching somebody else's video, you obviously learn various different things, and which is actually quite handy. So I'll very quickly, if I just show you my current project list. This is my current project list. So I just thought I've got too many things going on at the moment. I thought I'd better start putting them in a list, because it's getting a little bit crazy. Not that I tend to use just literally bits of paper, but I thought I would just share kind of my list as it is at the moment. So I've got I did a video about my Steam ship. I have to finish off the Steam ship, to be honest. There's some little tweaks and things that need to be done, but I need to really get the textures finished for that. I want to start. I did a video obviously about my steampunk lamp, and I've been inspired by another steampunk lamp. Now these are real life lamps that people have created, so they're actually really quite interesting and very well done. And I think it just might be a good idea to I like looking at sort of real life stuff, and then getting the inspiration, not copying it, but getting the inspiration, because that's where most art and stuff comes from, isn't it? So and then tonight I'm going to be I need to make some stairs for the library, because the stairs in the library are awful. They're abomination. And then I need to complete my Gothic arches and the crypt build. And again, if you've been watching my videos, the other day I showed the kind of medieval torch, the fire torch, which I think is going to go well with the Gothic arches. I need to complete the textures for the fake lighthouse build, which again is another video I did recently. and then also convert the fake lighthouse into a living lighthouse with physics for Second Life. I've got to convert the steamship, when I've got that finished, into a living steamship with physics for roleplay. I've got 2 real life, or real world I should have put on there, not real life, real world client logos with 3D effects, which actually was kind of my inspiration for doing this. You know, the logo that I did for mcroft 07. I quite like that, and I think one of the clients that would actually work quite well, very similar kind of effects. And then complete the Victorian house build and texturing in physics, etc. So that these are in no particular order by any means, because I don't have a priority list. They all need to be done at some point. Yeah, so I've got a really, and actually my 10th thing on there, the 10th thing on there was to complete the small dirigible tour. There was the seat and route that's got to be completed for Neo Victoria. Okay, so that was my 10th thing. I knew there was something else that had to be done. So yeah, got quite a list, a backlog. But all of these I'm going to be sharing on this channel. If you're interested, you know, if you're interested, then you know, keep an eye on follow, and keep an eye on sort of the videos being released. If you join my Discord, then you can be notified actually as well when videos go live or anything else. I've started all sorts of stuff actually on my Discord, you know, to do with Blender, Second Life. I do other things. I do lots and lots of other things, and I love music. Obviously, I'm a psychologist and psychotherapist, hypnotherapist. You know, there's just endless amounts of subjects that I could talk about. Actually, something that I wanted to raise, or to kind of ask, I mean, if anyone's watching this video, I don't know, but I'd be quite interested whether anyone's really interested in my ugly mug face being on the videos, because I notice an awful lot of Twitch streamers, they obviously put a camera on. Now, I mean, I mentioned this in a video recently, a stream recently, that I don't necessarily think that putting my face on the screen, for a start, it's taken up its, you know, screen real estate, but I'm not so sure it really. I mean, if I was to do a just literally talking stream, then I could kind of understand, maybe, you know, but I think for most of my stuff, which is sort of Second Life related and Blender, most of the time, I don't think it really makes an iota of a difference me having my camera on. But I mean, you know, I don't know whether that makes any difference. I certainly don't see any increase in, or decrease rather, in either way, increase or decrease in views, whether I put my face on the video or not. I don't know. Anyway, let's get rid of that. So this was basically the this was the Blender file. It's actually really simple. I mean, I followed a tutorial. There's a chap that I follow on YouTube and have done for quite a while, and for a few years, and I've seen him do all sorts of stuff, and he does actually. I mean, he's quite a youngish guy, and he does lots and lots of tutorials, and he's got his own channel, obviously, and his own courses, which I think are actually really really good. And he takes the time to produce these, which I think is really really good for his on his YouTube channel. So and they're normally less than 10 minutes, anywhere between 10 and 15 minutes long. He does talk really really fast, and I actually have to slow them down because he'll click on things and say do this, do that, do the other thing, and click there, and you won't even know where he's clicked. um, I find that sometimes really quite irritating with tutorials. It's not just him, but other people as well. There is only one person that I know that I follow that is a teacher, or was a teacher, or part-time teaches Blender, yeah, and he has just got an absolutely excellent way of teaching. Whereas I find that most of the people, and I would probably be in the same boat, although I tend to operate at a slower level, to be honest. But most of the people that I find on YouTube, for instance, that do tutorials tend to go too fast. They really do go too fast, and they will click on things and make assumptions about that you Okay, really apologise. I don't know how long. I really don't know how long that was off for. It's doing it again. It really irritates me. I think I know why it's doing it, but I don't know what the answer is to try and stop it from doing it. My microphone will work fine for a while, and then all of a sudden it just stops working. And I just, do I have to keep looking at the software in order to see that the microphone is continuing to work? Anyway, hopefully, yeah, we got music in the background. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I'm gonna have to just keep an eye on the microphone again, because there's not anyone listening anyway, so I don't know why I'm worried. I don't know why I'm worried. Anyway, I'm going to work away on here. I might continue to keep talking on here, but I suspect that an awful lot of people really only watch my videos after they've been finished. So that squeaking, by the way, is my my chair. I think what I might do today is I might create the dormer windows that will go up the top here. So I'm going to stick the cursor to the selected thing. Stick it actually on the roof. Right, there we go. Okay. The best way I've ever done this before typically is just to add it as a cube. Oh, that is actually quite a nice size. So I'm going to call that dormer window. I don't know whether that's it's like a roof. Actually, I might just call it roof window, because that's really what it is. Roof dormer. I mean, I think that's what it's called. I'm gonna move that. I might move that to the windows actually, because it makes sense to put it in there. So typically what I usually do with this is This doesn't necessarily need to be particularly high detailed because it's kind of on top of a roof, so I think it is actually a little bit too big. So I think the whole thing needs scaling down, and it's just a matter of scaling it until it looks kind of proportional to the actual house. So it would kind of go something like that, really. Ooh. And then back to there. Kind of want it to kind of go like that, and then back to there. There we go. No. So this is going to have to really go there, and then I think that needs to just come back as far as there. Yeah. Okay, I think that's kind of good enough. And that to me looks in proportion to Now I can get rid of some of this geometry. Well, actually I can make okay, so what I can do really is just do that, because it isn't really necessary, and then I can dissolve that edge. In fact, I don't even need that face. There we go. We've reduced that right down. Okay. That looks proportional to me. I think that would go about there, above that window. And then above that window. Ooh. Let's just delete that 1 minute. I'm doing this again. Okay, so really we need to assign textures to this already. So the base, we don't really, we have wood frame. Okay, so if we put a material slot there, and we select, the base would be the wood frame. Yeah, okay, and then this and this would be another texture. This would be roof ridge tiles. I haven't got roof yet. Okay. Let's just create a new material for that then, and I'm just going to call this roof tiles. Okay. Assign. I need to select these, add a new slot, and make that, I'm pretty sure I've got glass. Window pane, there we go. Assign, deselect, roof tiles, yeah, we got that. Deselect window panes, yeah. And then a wooden frame, yeah. Okay. Don't have to be absolutely super accurate at the moment because we're not really scale and rotation. Let's just do the same on here as we go along. Rotation, scale. Okay. That is looking good. Kind of had a thought, actually. Well, whether to put a rear door on there, like a, like a, what do they call it? Like summer doors, like a double door that you would open and go out. That could be an option. Or should that just have another window in it? I think it might actually be quite nice to have, although you see that would get in the way of what I'm going to be putting in there, which is kind of a nice grand sort of stairs, so that you would go into the front door, and right in front of you you'd have a door to your left, a door to your right, to go into the left and right rooms, which are going to be quite large, and then you'd go up the stairs, and this here wouldn't necessarily. I might leave that. I might just put a rear door on one side of this wall of this house, really. Don't know at the moment. What I could do, I could just take a copy of this and resize it, actually, because that would save me redesigning. I might do that. Let's just do it. Don't think about it. Let's just do it. Make it less grand. Right. So I need to kind of edit this make it the same, but I think the rear door maybe wouldn't be quite as big as that, so I might scale it on the Y, just make it slightly smaller. And certainly it wouldn't have this arch on there, so delete those faces. It would just be a plain it'd be a plain door. What's happening there? Oh, I know what's happening there, because that is now... Yes, I know what's happening. This is now... I need to delete those faces. Perfect. Okay. So, textures. There's no materials or anything on there at the moment. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, let's just grab that. I think that's fine for a back door. It's not a... Back doors don't get an awful lot of attention really, as long as it's secure. I think what I might do is possibly just make that slightly smaller. It doesn't need to be as grand. It's just a back door. Ooh, I like that effect. Yeah, why not? Let's just make that slightly bigger. There we go. It's kind of different, more different than the front door, which is kind of a more grander entrance, really. I like it. Okay, microphone's still working. Okay, I now know for sure what is causing my microphone to disappear. Have we got anyone watching? Anyone? Nope, no one's watching. Okay, I'm just going to continue on. I shall continue on regardless, as they say. Okay, so we have the kind of dormer windows. Now I'm actually in two mind whether to add you see, I think that would go down. That would normally go down like that, really. Now, would it look right with chimneys, with a chimney in I don't know. I don't think it would look right. Let me check my reference. Let me check my references. You see, they didn't, you see. They would have, a large house like this didn't really have, so the ones that I've seen, have actually not been very accurate. For a house this big, they didn't have chimneys in the middle. They had them on the end. Well, they did in the UK. I don't know whether they did anywhere else, but they certainly did in the UK. The only time really a house this big or this kind of particular style were townhouses, which of course were terraced, and they obviously had chimneys in between each terraced house. You couldn't get around that, but any detached large Victorian house didn't have chimneys coming out of the top of the roof. Basically, they just didn't have them. And when I look at this, actually the Victorian houses, their chimneys were quite tall. I mean, they actually went up to the top of the roof. Yeah. In fact, they actually went higher than the roof. So I need to really... So the profile of this is actually really quite good. So the chimneys are actually taller than that. They go up there. But I think that's just going to look a bit odd. I'm going to put them just slightly above the roof. Yeah, I mean that's what they look like. That is pretty much what they look like. And on terraced houses, the chimney kind of almost went up 6 feet or so above the roof, you know. So the roof was fairly low profile in these townhouses, and then the chimney would extend up considerably higher. Okay, well, I'm going to leave it like that because that is kind of effectively anatomically correct, or in proportion, architecturally in proportion to the style of house that this is. So I'm going to leave it like that. So yeah, looks good from the front, looks good from the back. I'm not so sure really. I need to it looks the part. We're going to have 2 walls, one down here, one down here. So I could do that next, really. Because it's for Second Life, I don't think I need to create too many different kind of rooms. Maybe of 2 large rooms down the bottom, 1 large room up at the top, and possibly half, on one side have half. So you're going to go up some grand stairs, which are going to go round and then take you to the first floor. So yeah. I'm inclined to create the walls, the dividing walls, separate. When I've made houses before, I've made the walls part of the main, you know, like this main wall. I'll do it. Okay, so I'd kind of made it part of that, and then found that the physics were really difficult to do. It is actually, although it probably makes sense to keep it all one piece and then just have cutaways in there to for the doors. I think it's easier in the long run to just have a separate wall, like the floor is separate, and then, you know, do it that way, really. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. So I'm going to duplicate that. We're going to go up. The width is exactly the right size. I am going to actually the walls will be relatively easy to make. So I'm going to rotate that Y 90 and scale on the Z down. Now, how high is one of these? I think it's 4 meters, 4.5. So that needs to be, let me do the rotation on that. So it needs to be on the Z 4.5. Boink. We've got the width is perfectly okay because it fits the, so this is now going to be a wall. Okay, so this, so I'm going to call this O1 dividing wall. Scale. We're going to go down GZ. Let's go down. So that's going to go about there. And the wall will go approximately there. Do we have anyone coming in? No, we don't. Okay, very quiet tonight then. Very quiet tonight. I will possibly just shut up and build if no one's going to watch. So I kind of want that to go around about there. We're going to shift D X and we're going to go over there. And I'm going to call that O2. I'm wondering whether that needs to go over a little bit more, actually. Kind of about there, really. Ooh, that's interesting, isn't it? So those windows don't actually line up at the back, mainly because I didn't do it by any sort of seriously accurate means, but that's fine. Okay, so we're going to take those and basically Shift D Z. We're going to bring them down there. So that's going to be dividing wall 3. It's just so that I know where they are, really. And that's going to be 4. I need to reposition these windows, so they're not really lined up correctly, are they? I'm guessing they're all going to be out by this. Actually, you know, I think it's the front ones that are out, because then that would give me that little bit more space. Ooh, no, they're all out, aren't they? Ah, I know what's going on. I know what's going on. These front ones need to go to the right. Oh, come on. Really? Really? Oh, you're kidding me. No. Come on. Okay. Yeah, I think I can see what the problem is. The problem is the windows on the right, both on the front and the back, are too... They should really move slightly, and then they should be... Oh, you are kidding me. Wow. Really? Wow. Why? Why? Really? I am actually clicking on that object and I can't seem to select it. It's picking up the one on the rear. That's unreal. Oh, you are kidding me. For real? I'm clicking on you. Okay. There's obviously some reason why I can't seem to select these windows. Why can't I select these windows? That seems really weird. Okay. Right, I'm going to bring you over so that they are there, like so. And then if I click on the back, all of these need to move. That's better. Now they're lined up correctly. A bit more in proportion, which means I think that these walls here. There you go. Can go over that way. Oh. Oh, what are you doing? Okay, I have no idea what you're doing. Right, so I'm gonna, yeah, okay, that's better. So that gives me a larger space for the hallway, which kind of fits in really with the way these houses were designed. So you're going to walk in through the front door, and then there's going to be a door to the left, door to the right, and then there will be stairs here, which will go up and around. And I'm thinking that this side will have. Ooh. Okay. Then this will have a. This will be split. This could be an ensuite bathroom, an ensuite. Although, yeah, probably not. Get it in place. It's not really sized right, but I'm gonna start. I will get that accurate once. Yeah, that's not really. It's not really sized right, but I will get that more accurate once. But yeah, I think that might work quite well. And then there'll be two doors there, so that you'll have two small rooms this side, and a larger room on the left-hand side. And two large rooms down the bottom. Might even actually, because then this back one could be a kitchen, couldn't it? Ooh. So let's do that. Let's rename this. So this is 01. Small dividing wall. And let's duplicate that. Z, badoink, and let's just call this 02, small dividing wall. Resize that appropriately at some point when I'm working on the interior, adding things like interior doors and such like. So okay, so those walls are there. That's absolutely fine. I need to scale and rotation and small dividing wall, scale and rotation. Do it as you go along, because then you're not messing around with stuff and then trying to figure out why something is not working properly or scaling correctly, or you know, there's just so many things that if you do it as you go along, then it saves. Yeah, so that works out quite well, because then the dividing wall, this could potentially be the kitchen, you see. So you'd have sort of a small reception room, large kind of living dining room area potentially on that side. Then upstairs you would have a bathroom and then a small room, and then you'd have your large bedroom there. Okay. I mean, this is only a farmhouse after. Well, not really a farmhouse, but kind of a country, you know, a country manor kind of house, really. But not very wealthy. Wealthy enough, kind of middle class wealthy, but not upper class wealthy, because the house would be completely different. Okay, I'm happy with that. And my microphone is still working, so yeah, okay. I'm not going to do that anymore. I am not going to stream any more music from the internet, because it just doesn't work. Okay, I'm on my own tonight then. It's funny, isn't it? Some days you get some people watching, and then other days you don't get anything. It's interesting. Okay, I'm happy with that. So we've got rooms, we've got the dormer windows. They're kind of fake. I mean, you know, there isn't going to be a loft that anyone can particularly go into. The other thing I wanted to do, actually, let me just save that and then save as a new revision. Whenever I do any major changes to anything, I always start off with a new revision, because I can always go back to the previous one if there's something, you know, anything goes wrong. Let's stick the cursor back to the world origin. I want to bring the cursor there. Let's say I want to bring, let's bring in our to scale let's bring Patrick in, shall we? Okay, so that we've got a... that's interesting. Why did he end up going there? He should have gone by the cursor. I don't know. But anyway, let's bring him out here. Yeah, we got a good... I think we've got a really good... Why did he come in there, I wonder? He should have ended up... He should have originated at the where the cursor was. Okay, anyway, this chap gives us an idea of scale. So let's see what he's like by the front door. So yeah, perfect. With regard to the scale for Second Life, this is perfect. Yeah, because he's 2 meters tall, and most avatars, and so the house is sized correctly. Like I've said before in previous videos, the house is sized correctly to scale in things like Second Life, because most avatars are either 2 meters or less, and because of the scaling and the viewport in Second Life, you need to be able to go into a room and walk around. And if the roof, the scale of the building is too small, you end up kind of, your viewport's just looking at a wall or a ceiling, and it's just not scaled correctly. So the wall from floor to ceiling is nearly 4 meters. It's 4.5 meters. So I always do that. I always forget to click off the cursor. Okay. Oh, I see what's happened here. Right. Well, what have I done there? I've shifted. Oh, I must have just, yeah, I must have touched that somewhere along the line, and then I did wonder why that chimney was. Okay. I must have just dragged and dropped it. Location is there. Okay. Okay, so that should be 0 0. Oh, stop. That should be 0. Okay, and that should be 0. Thank you. Right, save. Okay, so we have our we have our scale model there, which looks good. The basement, I have been in houses, there have been walls, obviously you have to have support beams and such like, so I might divide up the basement. I'll see how that goes. I'm not too worried actually about that. Now that we've got the windows all correctly lined up, I think the thing to do now would be to punch holes in the walls for the windows. That's got wood frame. Windowsill, window pane, wood frame. Okay. Do I join? I might actually join the window frame to the actual window itself. I'm going to grab what can I do? What can I do? I could grab the mesh from one of the windows. And then use that to create the Boolean boxes to cut the holes in the on the wall mesh. I might leave that till later on, to be honest with you, because if anything starts going wrong, I don't really want to be playing around with that. So yeah, I might actually bring walls down to the basement. Or not. No, I'm not going to. I'm not going to bring walls down to the basement. Now, my only other thought was, with the stairs that's going to be up here, of course there would be a door on the side that would take you into the cellar. Yeah, I quite like the idea that this would be the kitchen. I'm wondering whether there should be a smaller window here. I know, probably not. Probably not. No. Anyone watching? No one's watching. Okay. I'm just going to keep waffling away. I shall continue to waffle. What I'm thinking with the stairs is it's going to be solid. So I'm thinking that the stairs would have like a cupboard, you know, that kind of, those sort of stairs that would go up. I'm going to put a banister on them, and then you would go up to the first floor, and then there would be kind of a cupboard that you'd go, a door along there, effectively around that kind of area under the stairs, that would then take you down into the basement. So there'd be sort of, you know, stairs that would like take you straight down here. Yeah, I think that'd be pretty good actually. What else is there to add on here? I don't think there's really much else that I would really want to add on to this for Second Life purposes anyway. I think with regard to doors, I might use because there's no point in keep creating. I might just use this. Let's scale and rotation. Scale and rotation. I might take this as a door frame because this is pretty simple. And this door, and just and this would be the door frame inside. It's relatively easy to do, isn't it, to create, rather than starting off. So I'm going to, let's grab this. I don't need to change this angle. So I'm going to alter the outside. Keep it as a simple door frame. Okay, so let's just grab that, grab scale on the Y. Just let's not to make this any complicated than it really needs to be. Right. Come on. think we can cut that right down. So grab that, delete the faces because we don't really need them. Don't really need those faces. Where is the door? We don't need that face or that face. There isn't a face there, that's fine. So we don't really need that. I think that's pretty much it. We don't need that. Oh. Oh, duh. Right, so we've got a nice door frame, which I think will need scaling that way. Ooh, Control A, scale. Oh, okay. Let's put the enter there. That's what the problem is. So scale on the X. Let's resize that so that it's a bit smaller. I think that's fine. Okay. Let's delete those faces because that was actually only on the center there. Nope. Set the origin to there. What I'm thinking is that I'd like that paneling to be on the back, because the paneling would actually be on the back. So I'm thinking let's put a loop cut if I can. Come on. Why can't I put a loop cut right round there? That's surely all one thing? No? How come I can't put a loop cut round there? Really? Okay. Oh. What? Would be nice to have the paneling on the inside of the door as well as the outside of the door. You know, it is kind of a so why can't I put a loop cut down there? There must be some reason why I can't do that. Do I have a modifier on there? No, I don't. It's interesting. I don't know why I can't put a loop cut down there. interesting. I don't know why that would be. Okay. Interesting, interesting. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to call this backdoor. Backdoor. And then I'm guessing that the frame an interior door. That is the back door. And that is the back door frame. So that I know where that is. That's the interior. Interior door frame. And I don't know why I cannot put a loop cut around that. Maybe it's too big, or too small rather. That's interesting. I don't know why. Okay. Never mind. If it ain't gonna cooperate, then do it the old-fashioned way. Let's stick on the magnetic. Let's see if we can try and get it. Come on, why are you not moving? GX, why are you not moving? Oh, wow, okay, what is that? Oh, duh. Really? That's quite large increments. Bit of a long-winded way of doing it, but I don't know why I really do not know why this was not behaving. Hey, okay. Okay. Door's slightly out, basically. That's what the problem is. That's what the problem is. But then again, that kind of fits with... no one's going to really notice at all. There we go. Oh, I know why I couldn't put loop cuts in there, because I've got N-gons. That's why. Yeah, that's why. Okay. Duh, there you go. There you go, there you go. Right, ooh, okay, so there's where the problem is, isn't it? Solution. Is this really... this is really out, isn't it? Oh dear, this is really out. It's interesting, isn't it? How... I think I have redeemed myself slightly. Anyone in there? Anyone here? No, there isn't. Okay. I'm just going to keep talking away if no one's got any questions. Oh dear. I kind of screwed up my mesh here somehow. Spent more time faffing around than is really necessary. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It's passing the time. Why is that not working? Ooh, there was a way of putting a... Oh, hang on. I know what I'm doing. Right. Best thing to do really is to do that and subdivide it. Don't really know where that line is. Where is that vertice coming from? But anyway, right, so what I can do is just merge at last. There we go, problem solved. Boom, now we have our door. It's just a plain old door. Right, so this is an interior door, interior frame, and this is just going to be used anywhere that there needs to be a door, basically. Don't need the bottom faces on there. Delete faces. Right. So this is an interior door. Kind of need to make a handle on it somehow. Victorian handles. Okay. Victorian indoor handles. Okay, they did actually have a handle on them. Actually, no, some of them had round knobs on them. Cool. Interesting. Seem to be predominantly the kind of a really old... Oh, wow. Okay, door rim locks. With a round knob on them, so yeah, I could probably do that. In fact, actually, that would suit quite well as a farmhouse, because even I remember those locks being in an old house before. So yeah, I might leave that for another day. That's interesting. Where has all my windows gone? Oh, I've hidden them for some reason. Right. Okay. I think we're good on that. So we've got an internal door with a door frame. We're gonna need one. Would the large rooms have 2 doors on them? I don't think so. So we're going to need kind of 1, 2, 3, 6. 6 really? 6 doors? Scale's good. Scale and rotation is good. Scale is good. Okay. Okay. Right. So let's save this. I feel like I'm getting to a point where I could potentially. I don't want to overdo this because I'm now getting tired, and I'm gonna. I know I'm gonna start making mistakes. So I think the thing to do now is let's just get that all there. Let's save this. This is going to be a ridiculously high land impact, I think. But let's get rid of that. Alright, okay. Let's grab the house. Let's grab that as a bottom floor. There we go. Right. We're good as regards that. Let's export that out as a Collada file. And this is, wow, so we haven't exported. I think the last time I exported this out and brought it into Second Life was obviously a few revisions ago. It was revision B, and we're on revision F now, so this should be interesting. So I'm going to leave that there. Let's just save that. Let's go over to Second Life. I'm already on the beta. Let's import the house and see what it looks like. Yeah, I'm getting tired because I've been doing programming all day, and my brain is befuddled. Anyone in chat want to ask any questions? Anything? Anybody? Okay, let's see what this looks like. Normals around the right way. I'm not going to do any physics. I'm just literally, this is just going to bring it in as it is. So if we just call this Victorian House 01F, so that I know which one it is. We're currently at 9,200 tries, which is going to be pretty high, I think. I'm not going to bring any physics over. There's no textures or materials yet. Let's see what that works out at. It'd be interesting to just bring it in and just see what it looks like. I think the land impact is going to be high. Ooh, just having trouble calculating this. That's interesting. Not that complicated. I mean, 9,000 is pretty high for Second Life, really, and I wouldn't bring it in that high anyway. I would bring it. I would bring the house in sections once it's finished, and do the physics for each one. So, okay, for some unknown reason, that doesn't seem to want. Oh, there we go. Land impact of 5284. It could be the server that's causing this problem. So let's upload that. Could just be that the beta grid's running a little bit slow. I've got a good frame rate, so that doesn't always mean that the server's running very fast. We'll see what this does. I think it's going to look pretty good. I'm quite pleased with how this has turned out so far. Yeah, this is slow. This is really slow. Okay. Might just have to wait for this to but anyway, I could hypnotize you with this that I made at the beginning of the stream. Oh, there we go. It's come through. Right. Let's see what this looks like. Hate this lighting. And lighting is awful in some of these sims. It really is. Doesn't help that I haven't got any textures on here, but hey, that looks good. Looks better at night. If I just colour this actually, because this is a bit ridiculous. Can't really see anything. Let's just give that a slightly different colour. Let's just colour it grey. No. Yeah. God, this is slow today. This is actually very slow. Things are really slow. Okay, let's texture that kind of a grey. And let's texture that a kind of grey. Looking good. Looking good. Obviously, can I walk through it? No. Physics is going to be crazy. I didn't upload this with any physics at all, so I'm not going to be able to walk around this. If I view the physics of this, it's just going to be solid. There isn't going to be any real physics to this. The blue that you can see is basically solid physics. And I'm not going to be able to look, so it's just full. It's a block, but yeah, it looks good. I like it, and I think the scale works really well. I'm not going to need to resize this at all. Realistically, I think if I put, he should be 2 meters high. If I grab him and actually let's just, can I duplicate? No, I can't duplicate him because he's, actually, can I duplicate him? No, because he's actually part of the model. So if I bring him down here, I know that he is supposed to be 2 meters high. Yeah, he's 2 meters high. So my avatar is smaller than 2 meters. I know that, but not a lot. Wow, he isn't. That's interesting. So he is actually 2 meters. He's got a hood on, but yeah, so he's approximately 2 meters then. That's interesting. So the scale of the house is going to be perfect. It's going to be fine. Yep, there we go. I've got normals round the wrong way there for some reason. Back door, yep, same on the back door, that's fine. I like it. I like it. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with the scale, the size, placement of the windows, the door, the chimney, the height of each floor. Yeah. They're real Victorian windows. I mean, they really did have these windows that almost went from the floor to the ceiling, you know. They're going to look good when this is textured, and obviously, you know, alpha applied. Ooh, where am I going? It's going to look good. I know it's going to. I've got a good feeling about this. I think once this is completed, this is going to look really, really good. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Ooh, looking good from a distance as well. I mean, yeah, this is why I need to bring it in. I think I'm going to bring this in floor by floor. That's going to be the best way of doing it, really, to get the physics correct, and then assemble it in world, basically, and link. You know, do a link set. The link set should work. I don't know. Yeah, that's 4, 4, 4. That's 12 meters. Another 4, so that's 6. Yeah, that should be fine. Yeah. 16 meters. You can link set that, no problem. And I can link set it actually to something right in the center of the house anyway. I could probably link set it completely with the front door frame or something along those lines. So, wow, that looks impressive. That really does look impressive. You can imagine a row of popular trees, you know, from a distance, you know, with a driveway coming all the way up from, you know, the road, and then they've got to remember that this part here is going to be actually in the ground, so it's going to be basement. If I edit him and put him back here, take that off. So effectively this is going to be that high. That's going to be down below the ground, and that's going to be basically the height of the house. In fact, it might actually be a little bit higher than that, but yeah, that's basically how it's going to be. And then you're going to have this as the basement, but then with, you know, the cutouts really for the windows, there's going to be sort of a I don't know what you'd call it, like almost like a moat that goes around the house so that light can get to the windows that are actually for the basement. So anyway, I'm pleased with this. Very pleased. Let's take that. Okay, I'm done. Unless anyone has any questions before I go. I don't really go anywhere else. There isn't. I mean, there are places you can go, all sorts of places on the beta grid, but to be honest with you, I just stay here. Frame rate is good. It's not. It's normally better than this, but it's sort of between 40 and 50 frames a second. Typically, I've seen at most about 4 people here, you know, doing something. If I look now, this person tends to be here a lot, like I am. Yeah, Frida Freckelson. Yeah, I mean, I tend to stay on this sim or the ones that you can see in the distance. But very often there's usually no more than 4 to 5 people on a whole parcel, you know, a whole sim. You know, that's quite big. That's nearly 61,000 square meters building, or, you know, creating stuff. So okay, I'm happy with this. I don't think I've made any real cock-ups with scaling or anything on this. I'm quite happy to keep continuing on. So we've now got the interior door done and designed. I think the next kind of complicated thing will be the stairs. But I'm thinking of sort of stairs that go up and then will split each side. I don't know whether there's enough space for that. There may be or may not be, you know, so that you'll walk through the door and then you'll have one side to go over and then the other side to go over, rather than just have straightforward stairs that go up. I think that'd be quite boring. It would be practical to have the stairs like that. But I want to make it kind of slightly posher. I might actually design 2 lots of stairs and see what they look like. One that goes literally straight up, and then, you know, you come to the top of the stairs and you either go left or right on the first floor, or the stairs will kind of go up gradually and then will split and go left. One goes up left and one goes up right. It's more land impact doing it that way, but it would certainly look nicer. I'm not so sure that I'm going to have enough space to do that. I might have to just stick with a plain straightforward stairs that literally just goes up. Don't know yet. Ooh, I'm just thinking of another idea. I don't want to make it too complicated. Really. But anyway, okay. If you've stayed with me for this long, then I appreciate you looking at my videos and following my channel. If that's what you're doing, it's all appreciated. It feels like, I think when somebody follows your channel, it just makes you feel like you're doing something kind of worthwhile. I've got fairly consistent people watching my videos after I've streamed, so I'm guessing that they're not actually in the same time zone as me. I don't know because no one communicates, no one sends messages, no one chats, so I don't know. You're quite welcome to come over onto my Discord. I've just kind of started my Discord, really, and I mean, if anyone's interested in a copy of this, you know, file, by all means. I mean, it's like anything I do, really. I mean, I'm not precious about keeping anything. I'm not making this stuff to make money in Second Life. I probably could do, and I dare say somebody would probably say I'm stupid to just give the stuff away, but I mean, I just get pleasure out of designing stuff in Blender, and you know, this house will be used on a sim. I know that for sure. I know that this house is being designed a lot better than the houses that they've already got on their sim, so I may very well get more commissions for building this kind of house and style for them. But anyway, I'm waffling now because I'm tired. But yeah. I like it. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you again in another video or two at the weekend, where we will either continue on with this, or if you haven't seen the beginning of my video, I have a rather large where is it? I have a rather large to-do list or project workload. I mean, all of this has been built and is in the stages of being built, let alone the ideas that I want to come up with. I could continue on with this list. It could go on. My reference files list is actually quite extensive of things that I'm going to be building. I mean, it's, you know, but these are projects that are ongoing, and you know, need to be. I mean, there is the steampunk lamp, but I've made version 1, which you've already seen the video of, hopefully, which was actually quite a successful little project, really. And now I've seen another steampunk styled lamp that I would like to design, which is a lot bigger, and it's going to have 2 lamps on it, and it's going to have dials on the front, and it's going to be very steampunky. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, as I said, and I shall see you again in another video.